So I think I'm going to make an instructional video on how to lean bulk, or how you should spend your off season if you're competitive. Let's mostly in bodybuilding. Let's do bodybuilding because that's what, or just hypertrophy training in general. Just like if you're a regular gym dude, you want to build muscle and minimize fat gain. Generally, which is what you want. Don't dirty bulk. I'm not even going to freaking talk about dirty bulking because that's not a good idea. It's a terrible idea for many reasons, like insulin sensitivity, the fact that all that fat has got to come off at some point, that you're wasting your time, that you're spinning. It's a terrible idea, okay? Or maybe I'll make a video on why dirty bulking is absolutely stupid and completely pointless, but that'll be another video. So right now, let's talk about what your goals should be in the off season if you're trying to lean bulk. And obviously that's going to be to minimize fat gain as much as possible and gain as much muscle as possible. Wow, Charlie, you're really teaching me a lot so far. I'm like, yeah, I know. Right? But let's start. Let's say somebody's like almost completely new. He just goes in the gym. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's the first month of training. A bunch of yuppie BS. We're gonna start with how you should tell your nutrition. And this is going to be basic. There's always going to be rules that I say for certain people that apply and don't apply. This is just as basic as possible, okay? So don't get your panties in a bunch if you disagree with what I'm saying. And I also don't care. So first thing for nutrition, you want to find out your maintenance calories. That's always going to be what's important. So to find your maintenance calories, what you're going to do is you're going to pick a calorie amount. You could go on something like the If It Fits Your Macros calculator.com or whatever, just like anything like what are my maintenance calories. There's a thing you could fill on, like that's probably going to be a decent starting point. And then you'll weigh yourself before you start, and then you'll follow whatever calories and macronutrients that they give you, and you'll do that for a week or two and then track your weight on the scale. See what it does. If you're on maintenance, you're like, wow, I didn't gain or lose any weight. That's your maintenance. Then you go from there. So you should generally go between I like about a 300 calorie surplus, right around there. And if you're just starting out and you probably have a ton of newbie gains to make and whatnot, probably 500. 500 is going to be the banger for you, which is supposedly about a pound a week. So, but it doesn't always work out like that. So let's just say I think my calories maintenance is about 3,000 calories. So if I'm bulking right now, I'm like in that stage, like about 2 years of training. A lot of that first year, I didn't know what I was doing. And then a good amount of the second year, I developed some good concepts, but a few was missing the basics. And my training is different right now. I'm not necessarily just trying, my main goal is to progress in powerlifting, but we're just going to say, freaking A. What was it talking about? Huh? Okay. So we're going to say my maintenance calories is 3,000. I'm going to do 3,400. That's about generally what I have, but I don't track macros. You need to track macros at first. I do intuitive eating. Again, different video. So you're going to start at 3,400 calories, and what's going to be important from there are your macronutrients. So how much do you weigh? Okay, that's how much protein you need. So I am just about 200 pounds. How much protein do I need? 200 grams of protein. I would say about 200, maybe 220. That's right around where I would guess that I am. Again, don't track macros. But you should, especially if you're starting off, and then you can go work your way into intuitive eating if that works for you. It works great for me. So you're going to do 200 grams of protein, and then you'll have, that's going to be 200 grams of protein is 800 calories. 4 calories in 1 gram of protein per body weight. 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. 4 calories in 1 gram of carbs. So you're going to subtract what you have. So 3,400. Let's do this. So let's do 3,400 minus 800. Oh, math. All right, I'm on the spot. 2,600. So I have 2,600 calories left over, which I want to distribute to fat and carbs. Pretty basic, right? And I think for a large majority of people, low-fat dieting in contest prep and off-season, which is we're talking about off-season, or just like cutting or bulking, is going to be beneficial. Don't do low-carb dieting. Oh my God. Good way to stay small and not even lose fat for most people. And again, I'm referring to low-carb, high-fat dieting. Your carbs are always going to subtract as you're reducing calories, and your fat stays the same. So carbs is what you take from, but you always basically want to keep your carbs as high as possible. Yeah, that's my view. But anyhow, so let's take 600 of that to fat, maybe? I don't even know what that is. I'm going to say it's 70 grams. It's got to be around there. 600 of those, 2,600, put them to fat. 600 calories from the, yeah, and put it to fat. That's about 70 grams. So now we're at 70 grams of fat, 200 grams of protein, and then the rest, whatever you subtract from there, now we're at 2,000, so now you got 500 grams of carbs. That would probably be about my off-season macros. And that's because I train, and I would get fat if I didn't really just train hard with a lot of volume off that, but since I do, that works out really well for me. 500 grams of carbs might seem like a lot to you. It's really probably not that much for me. But yeah, so 200 grams of protein, 70 grams of fat, 500 grams of carbs. It doesn't exactly have to be that. You could probably go lower on the fat, maybe if you wanted to a little bit, but that's probably, or a little bit lower on the carbs, higher fat. You can always tailor it. Maybe you do work better with like a moderate. So like you like a moderate fat intake, moderate carb intake. It doesn't necessarily matter what you do with the fat and the carbs. That's something that you should find out yourself. What do you like better? What do you feel better on? What do you train harder on? Yeah. It's going to be something that you have to figure out. Okay. Nutrition myths. Oh, my freaking favorite. Okay, ready? Meal timing. Not important. Meal timing is almost completely irrelevant. Meal frequency. How many times have you heard, you got to eat 6 meals a day if you want to put on muscle? That's retarded. You're going to go catabolic. Gay. I'm not homophobic. That was bad. Okay. But, you're going to, yeah, so meal frequency. You can do whatever you want. If it helps you, you like 6 meals a day, do 6 meals a day. You like 3 meals a day, do 3 meals a day. You like intermittent fasting, doing two big meals a day, that works. Generally, I keep it probably between 3 and 6. Anything more, not very beneficial. Anything less, probably not great. So 3 to 6, that's basic. I mean, that's what most people do anyhow. I personally don't even eat because of my classes and whatnot till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I kind of do intermittent fasting by default because it works for me and my lifestyle. I have other things to do besides just lift weights, so I'm a college student. I got stuff to do. Okay, meal frequency, not irrelevant, not important. Clean foods. What the is a clean food? Are you kidding me right now? If you watch any of my videos, you know that there are no clean foods. You can absolutely spread your macronutrients out however you want, with the exception, which I did not talk about on here, is fiber. You want to make sure you're hitting your fiber goals. Generally, we're going to go between 30 and an absolute maximum of 70 grams of fiber a day. And as long as between you're totally Gucci. Yeah, so that covers nutrition, I think. Oh, and micronutrients. You want to make sure, you should probably get a green supplement, which fruits and green supplement, to make sure you're getting all the colors of fruits and vegetables. Generally, that's just how it works, to make sure you're getting all the micronutrients you need. I take a pill, like a fruits and green supplement pill, and I also eat a lot of fruits and vegetables just in general. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's about it. And then as far as protein, those 200 grams, those are from solid, like good protein sources. So that's chicken, fish, whatever, all your meats, whey protein, just things that you don't want to have protein with, or be like soy protein, plant protein. Okay, full amino acid profiles. All right, this video is getting longer than I thought. Okay, quick summary. Okay. On your maintenance calories, you're going to add 300 to 500 calories from there. You're going to take your macronutrients. Whatever you weigh, you're going to have that amount of grams of protein per body weight. The rest is how you decide you want to distribute those to carbs and fat. You can find a calculator. You can even go on ifitfitsyourmacros.com. That'll tell you your macronutrients, how you could maybe spread them out. But it's up to you. I showed you how to calculate that. Meal timing, not important. No clean foods. Make sure you're getting your micronutrients and fiber along with your macronutrients. Very important. The whole premise of lean bulking, the questions that you should ask yourself: are you getting stronger? Are you perfecting your form? Are you maintaining your body fat? Are you slowly gaining weight periodically throughout the month? Generally, per month, you want, in the beginning, you could probably gain 2 pounds a month. If you're a newbie, because you probably have a lot of gains to make. 2 pounds a month will make sure you're maintaining your body fat and you're just building muscle. As you advance, you're going to slowly want to gain less per month, because if you gain anything more, like maybe down to 1.5 per month, 1 pound per month, half a pound per month, depending on your training age and how long you've been training, how much muscle you've built, because then if you keep on going above that, like you've been training for 5 years smart and you're trying to gain 2 pounds per month, that's going to be the majority is fat, basically considered a dirty bulk, completely pointless. So make sure you decide how much you want to gain per month. If you're a newbie, 2 pounds per month, probably beneficial. If you've been training for a couple of years, maybe a pound per month. It's up for you to decide. Those are probably just general rough numbers. You don't want to gain any more than that, generally. Yeah, that sums it up. Boom! Let me know if you have any questions in the comments or comment on my Instagram. Okay? Deuces.